Hi there, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the FDU Softball Report right here exclusively on FDUnights.com. I'm here with the head coach of the FDU softball team, Candi Letts. Coach, how are things?
Good, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Just one doubleheader to talk about, and that was LIU Brooklyn here at home, your first home doubleheader of the season. First of all, how nice was it for the team to finally come back home?
It was great, and for a season opener, it was a great venue to be a part of, opening up conference play, and the kids were really excited about it.
It's sort of a tale of two games. We'll start with the first one, 7-0. Offense was great. Meg Reiner with the two-hit shutout. Just some thoughts on that first game.
You know, we came out aggressive. We hit the ball hard from the onset of the game. It happened to be right at them, but we didn't stop there. We just kept hitting the ball hard, and eventually they all fell in. And, of course, Megan threw a great game. Defense was fantastic as well. I think we didn't have any errors. We played really well, and that's exactly what you want to do in your first game at home.
So 3 home runs in that first game. A lot more home runs so far this season. Is there anything you can pinpoint for why there's been so many homers for this team? It feels like last year, not as many.
Well, I just think maturity. We're an older team, and the girls are swinging the bat well. We have been swinging the bat well since we had our opening game where we out-hit our opponent who had played already 15 games. So our offense has been pretty solid for most of the year, and it's just, I think, a lot of maturity. The girls know what they're doing at the plate. They have a good process, and sometimes it breaks down, but for the most part, we've been really consistent in that department.
And you talk about Meg's performance in the first game, 5 strikeouts, really dominant, just the 2 hits, very impressive performance.
Yeah, you know, just kept them off balance, kept attacking their weaknesses. Our defense was ready to play when it was put in play. Our communication on defense was great. Just a really solid outing by Meg and our defense.
Now, in the second game, seems like LIU Brooklyn just came out on fire and didn't stop, 13-2. What was the difference between those 2 games?
They made their adjustments on Meg, and they put more pressure on her to hit her pitches perfectly. If they didn't, they took advantage of it. On the flip side, we did make our adjustments on their pitcher, who threw a lot more change-ups. Wasn't throwing any faster than her first pitcher, but she just kept the ball a little down and used off speed, kept us off. Plus, we got behind a little bit, so we started to press a little bit, and that's what happens when we're a big hitting team. If nothing's going correctly for us, we press instead of just relax, take one pitch at a time, and that's where we know we need to get better. So that's a good thing. We saw it. Now we can put it into action on obviously making our adjustments.
Now, Maddie Weiland, named NEC Player of the Week, just continues to impress and improve week by week. What do you think's been the biggest difference for this season in her second year?
You know, I think to put it simply, she's so consistent in everything she does. She doesn't waver off anything. She sticks to her game plan, and she's consistent with it. She doesn't go high, low. She just stays right there in the middle, and she always uses her approaches, and sometimes they win, sometimes they don't, but she never wavers off that, and I think that's why she has so much success this season, is because of her maturity and her process. She stays with her process.
Now, previewing your upcoming doubleheaders, we'll start with the non-conference one against Columbia on Wednesday. What do you expect to see from the Lions?
You know, they're going to swing the bats. They're going to be aggressive. They've beaten a good Harvard team this year, and we've split with Harvard. Harvard's a pretty good team, so we have to be ready to go because they're going to put the ball in play, and they're going to run. They're going to do all those things to make the defense get you out.
Now you're back to the conference then for the weekend, Saturday on the road against Bryant, then at home against St. Francis U on Sunday. How important is it to at least get a split in those 4 games?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, to stay in the hunt, to get in the top 4, to get the conference tournament, we just have to play solid ball. We don't have to be great in one area. We just have to be consistent and play solid and not give any opportunities for the other team.
And if there's one thing you can pinpoint for both Bryant and St. Francis U, what's the biggest thing that they do well?
Bryant's obviously the returning, and they're the defending champion. They have great pitching, so they're going to bring good pitching to us, and we're going to have to be very, very disciplined at the plate. St. Francis is playing very aggressive. They want to get to the pinnacle, to the conference tournament, and they're being aggressive. So we're just going to have to stick to our game plan and not worry about what they do, but what we can do.
All right, Coach, thanks so much as always, and good luck with the 6 games this upcoming week.
Thanks, Jonathan.
All right, so we will have the broadcast of the Sunday game, St. Francis, 2 and 4 o'clock. We'll have that here. It'll either be on NEC Front Row or FDUnights.com. We're still figuring out whether it's going to be video or audio, but we will have a broadcast for you. And obviously stay up to date on FDUnights.com for all the live stats and information for the other 2 doubleheaders, and also FDUnights.com. You know that's the place to be for all the info you need on FDU softball.